So attempting to put ourselves in the shoes of these shipping, logistics, and supply chain leaders, what would you highlight for everyone as to what they should be watching on the horizon with regard to geopolitical risk factors?
Well, I think that the world, the relatively relaxed environment in which you have operated for a long time until fairly recently is probably a thing of the past for at least some considerable period of time. There are going to be global tensions at a level we haven't seen, and I think global dangers at a level we haven't seen since the end of World War II. I think we are living in a very dangerous period. We have a hot war going in Europe, in which there have been hundreds of thousands of casualties. We have four conflicts going on simultaneously in the Middle East: the Houthis, Gaza, Hezbollah in Israel, and the militias in Iraq and Syria. And you have the tensions and Xi Jinping's intentions with respect to Taiwan in Asia, and a North Korea that has become even more aggressive than it has been in the past and is now getting technical assistance for its ballistic missiles and other programs from Russia in exchange for the ammunition they're providing for the Russians to use. So it's a different kind of world. So I think companies need to have contingency plans. I think they also need to be looking at how you diversify whatever you're doing. To have, if you're sourcing out of one country that may be hostile, can you move some of those capabilities somewhere else? Can you look at regionalization instead of putting everything in one country anywhere? Is it economically feasible to diversify? You know, a good example is Apple. They're not pulling out of China, but new investments are not going into China. They're going into places like India and Vietnam and the Philippines and so on. So I think diversification, but I think above all, contingency planning, having a plan B, and monitoring these situations as they develop, because this is all going to be changing. It's an incredibly dynamic environment. And so having people within the organization who are monitoring this and keeping track of these problems, or hiring somebody to do that for you, is really important, because these things are going to spring up and create problems.